I'm City of Ames Electric Services Smart Energy intern Matt Butler. I'm here with my fellow interns Grant and Daniela, and we're here at the home of Jim and Mary Burnow, asking them a few questions about their heat pump. How are you folks today?
We are very well, and I want to thank you all for coming out.
Of course.
So we would like to start off with just a basic question that everyone is wondering. Could you explain what a heat pump is and what it does?
So a heat pump is not necessarily relatively new, because think of a refrigerator. A refrigerator takes warmth out and replaces it with the cold air. So a heat pump takes heat or cooling out of the air and transfers it to the gas that's going through the pipes in the heat pump, and allows the house and the system to take that energy and cool your house or heat your house. It's kind of a two-way refrigerator.
Awesome. Could you tell us a little bit about why you got it and what improvements you have seen after you have gotten your new heat pump?
So we purchased our home 4 years ago, which was a one-owner 1965 home that had a 34-year-old furnace and a 20-year-old water heater in it. And as we were looking at efficiencies and upgrades that we could do to make our house more energy efficient, because I do have a feeling we want to save money, improve our living conditions and spaces like that. We originally started with looking for a geothermal heat pump and found that we didn't have enough area to put the wells in. So then we went with a air source heat pump to air condition and heat the house, and we found that that's been a very efficient and quiet. I mean, it's unbelievably quiet, helps us live a better life inside, and make sure we're helping the environment by not burning carbon fossil fuels to heat and air condition the house.
How did you go upon installing your heat pump and your heat pump system?
Wonderful question, and I do know some people are afraid of this, but we wanted to be proactive with an aged mechanicals that we had in our home. We wanted to take the opportunity and look for what was the best and most efficient for us. So as I stated, we started with a geothermal heat pump with these wells in the ground, found that that was not possible. Then we decided to go with the air source. We had interviews with 5 companies to find out what the cost and performance of efficiencies were of these units, which gave us an opportunity to pick out the one that met our needs. So doing that, we found that was very beneficial and calming to us to know what we were getting. In this process, we also asked the contractors to give us a bid for replacing the gas furnace with what we had with another gas furnace. So we're looking at a geothermal, an air source heat pump, and a conventional gas furnace, replacing what we had. Found out that once you take in the rebates and the Inflation Reduction Act, okay, which was federal tax credits, we found that the prices varied. A couple of the systems were maybe $1,000 or $2,000 more. So when you take that across the spectrum, going with the air source heat pump allows us to save more money in the future. It's money we saved, and the heat pump is more efficient.
Some people seem to be a little hesitant around heat pumps during the wintertime and during the winter months. So we just wanted to ask, how has your system held up during the colder winter months?
So to be truthful, we put the heat pump in June. After we started back last fall, researching all the options and everything like that. It came about that we finally installed the unit this past June. But having taken the Rewiring America coaching classes and a lot of online blogs, comments, research, items like that, and going to the energy savings websites, we feel very confident in Iowa that the heat pump will do just fine in the wintertime. We did buy the cold series, so that allows it to work at a lower temperature to transfer the energy to heating the home. And we do have what they call resistance strips in the furnace as a backup, so if it isn't keeping up, we can still keep the house to our temperature.
Jim, would you be able to tell us a little more about any other sustainable improvements that you have made to your home?
I would love to. You know, when we purchased this home 4 years ago and needing to update a lot of things, I became aware of, thanks to my neighbors, about the climate action plan that Ames has implemented, and that there is a goal to, one of the items is retrofitting homes and businesses to be more environmentally friendly. So in the process of that, we've also gone to a heat pump water heater. We've added a heat pump washer dryer combo, which is ventless. We've included water systems to monitor how much water pressure we got. I've added solar shingles to my house along with several batteries. We've added purchased an EV car along with an EV charger in our garage, along with the usual lawn and garden items that are moving toward an electric system, such as a weed eater, leaf blower, and an electric lawnmower.
Jim, you said you also have installed these two other types of heat pumps. Could you tell us a little more about what those are?
Yeah, so we first installed a heat pump water heater last October in 2023 because our system was 20 years old. It had outlived its usage a long time ago, and we thought maybe the efficiency of a heat pump water heater would be the way to go. Upon researching that and doing all that, we found that they're very efficient, kind of newer technology, a way of taking the heat from the air inside the house and transferring it to the water in the tank. So that was the first item we did, which also qualified for the Inflation Reduction Act and rebates within the city, which really brought the cost of that down. When we were replacing the gas furnace with the heat pump, air conditioning, and heater this summer, in the goal to remove gas LP or natural gas from our home, we also took out the gas dryer, and we replaced that with what's newer technology is a washer dryer heater combo, which is a heat pump that is ventless. So in the fact that I can put my clothes in, I can wash my clothes, and they come out dry. I don't have to worry about transferring from one machine to another or forgetting about it. I can set it up to wash my clothes at any particular time of the day, and they come out dry. And so it's a newer technology and very efficient, and we found that we're reducing our fossil fuel usage. I would say the water heater is 110, so it just plugs into a regular outlet. There's no special wiring or anything like that, or taking 240 volts more space in your electrical panel. It's just a plug into the outlet in your utility room, and it works, along with the heat pump dryer. You just plug it into a 110 outlet.
Is there any other questions or comments or anything else you would like to say about your heat pump system?
So I will say, when we installed it in June, I do have the ability to track all the energy that we're using in our house. I do have a smart panel that allows me to look at each circuit and total up how much energy I use each and every day and each and every month. I did do a comparison for the last 3 years compared to what I've used this year, so far this year, since February, and my energy usage has been down up to 65%. So if you look at June and July, and I'm using 40% of what I used on the average of the last three years, there's quite a bit of savings. So I'm counting on that to help out throughout the year.
Great. Well, thank you guys so much for talking with us today and talking with us about your lovely heat pump. If anyone out there has any questions about how to install a heat pump, they can reach out to us at the City of Ames Electric Services, or check out our website at cityofames.org/smartenergy.